Success knows a secret that most of us miss. Like Napoleon Hill said in Think and Grow Rich, what the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. Elon Musk, Steve Jobs, Jeff Bezos, they understood this truth. Your greatness is determined by your thoughts, not by your circumstances. So if success is just a thought away, why do so many talented people struggle? Let me share a story that reveals the answer. There was a young man named David. Every single day he sat in the same cafe, his laptop open, but he wasn't working. He was scrolling, watching other people's success stories on social media, Instagram posts of entrepreneurs on yachts, LinkedIn updates about promotions and achievements, Twitter threads about overnight success. He would study their lives obsessively. When I have what they have, then I'll start. When I'm as good as them, then I'll be ready. His bank balance was shrinking, but his screen time wasn't. Days turned into weeks, weeks turned into months, and David was still just watching. One afternoon, David noticed a well-dressed businessman at a corner table. Expensive suit, confident presence, the owner of a successful company. David had seen him before on LinkedIn. He decided to approach. "Excuse me, sir," David said nervously. "I follow your work online. You're so successful. I want to be like you someday. Do you have any advice? What should I do to get where you are?" The businessman looked up from his laptop. He studied David for a moment. Then he asked a question that cut deep. "How long have you been watching me?" David was surprised. I've followed you for about a year." The businessman nodded slowly. "A whole year of watching. Tell me, what have you created in that time?" David hesitated. "Well, I've been learning, studying successful people like you, waiting until I'm ready to—" "Stop," the businessman interrupted gently. "You keep watching others succeed, but what are you creating? What are you building while you wait?" David felt exposed. "I'm not ready yet. I don't have what you have. I need to learn more first." The businessman closed his laptop slowly. "You're waiting for the perfect moment. You're waiting to feel ready. But here's the truth. You learn by doing, not by watching. Stop consuming other people's success. Start creating your own." He stood up to leave. "When you have something to show instead of just watch, come back and see me." David sat alone, stunned. David sat, replaying the words. What are you creating? He opened his laptop. Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, multiple tabs, endless scrolling. His screen reflected back at him, cluttered, chaotic, overwhelming. Other people's faces, other people's wins. And suddenly, he felt sick. A whole year of watching, learning about success instead of creating it. He closed all the tabs, one by one. For the first time in months, he stared at a blank screen. Clean, clear, empty. What could he create? What could he build? He looked around the cafe, really looked. The owner was struggling with their outdated website. Their menu was confusing, hiding their best offerings. David had the skills to fix it, but he'd never tried because he thought he wasn't ready yet. That night, he didn't scroll. He didn't watch. He created. He redesigned the cafe's menu. Simple, clean, showcasing their value clearly. Then their website, minimalistic, focused, clear. The next morning, he showed it to the owner. "I noticed you were hiding your value," he said. "I helped present it clearly, no charge. I just wanted to actually do something instead of just watching." The owner was amazed. "This is incredible. You've shown what we couldn't see ourselves." David smiled. For the first time in a year, he had created something real. Over the next few weeks, David stopped scrolling. He started creating. Every day he built something new, a website redesign, a social media strategy, a simple app. Small projects, real work. And he shared them publicly. Not for likes, not for validation, but to show I am building. People started noticing, not because he was the best, but because he was actually doing instead of just watching. One day, David saw the businessman again. Same cafe, same corner table. This time, David walked over with quiet confidence. "Sir," David said, "I asked you what I was creating. I didn't have an answer then, but now I do." He showed the businessman his portfolio, real projects, real results, things he'd built with his own hands. The businessman smiled. "Now you're not just a spectator, you're a creator. You stopped watching and started building." David realized something profound. I'm not a student of success anymore. I'm a creator of it. 6 months passed. David and the businessman met again, but this time as equals. David now ran his own digital studio, 3 employees, growing client list, real success. "How did this happen?" the businessman asked with a knowing smile. David laughed. "You changed my perspective. I was addicted to watching other people win, scrolling through their highlight reels, waiting to feel ready before I started. But you made me realize I was already ready. I just needed to stop consuming and start creating. When I stopped being a spectator and became a creator, everything changed." The businessman nodded. "That's the secret successful people know. You don't learn by watching. You learn by doing. You were never not ready. You were just waiting for permission you didn't need." The lesson is simple, but powerful. If you spend your life watching others succeed, you will always feel behind. But when you shift your identity, when you stop being a spectator and become a creator, everything changes. Successful people like Elon Musk and Steve Jobs, they didn't wait to feel ready. They didn't study success endlessly. They built, they created, they started. Your scrolling won't change your life. Your creating will. So here's what I want you to do right now. Next time you scroll through someone else's success, pause, close the app, and ask yourself, what can I build today? Because that one action, that one choice to create instead of consume, that's where your story begins.